Akashika chamentable kumae. Oya fue intable kumae. Akable kuma bakula mabi. Mabie yo yo. Mabie yo yo.
At long last, the battle has ended. And thus, Ghana, your beloved country, is free forever.
The independence of this country is meaningless unless we properly connect it to the people that actually caused our independence. I am referring to the 3 ex-servicemen who were shot dead at the crossroads on their way to give their petition to the then governor of the Gold Coast, Governor KORKOI. Every now and then, we celebrate the independence of Ghana. One name does come to mind, and that is Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, the first Prime Minister of Gold Coast. We also closely relate them to the Big Six, the founders of the UGCC, the very party that orchestrated and started the movement for Ghana's independence. But let me ask you, have you really thought of the persons or the people that really gave us independence? Have you studied our independence process? Let me enlighten you. The UGCC, together with the Big Six, led by Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, started the struggle for independence. In fact, it had already started before Dr. Kwame Nkrumah was invited into Gold Coast to help realize the dream. Many things took place to force the then governor and the British colonial masters to grant us our independence. But it wasn't until the 28th February Crossroads shooting that independence was actually visualized. Until the 3 servicemen marched to the castle to hand over their petition for the payment of their pensions. Even though the UGCC was very much on their way and struggling for independence, the colonial masters did not budge. After the shooting of these 3 people, their death or the murder of these 3 ex-servicemen spread so quickly and so widely that it caused a lot of riots. I am talking about the 1948 riots. It was the aftermath of these riots that actually saw Ghana having independence. So I ask you again, who or which people gave Ghana its independence? Behind me is the tombstone of Sergeant Ajite, the very first ex-serviceman shot dead by Sergeant Emery. Every year, governments, traditional leaders, opinion leaders, and many others gather at the Freedom and Justice to lay wreath and hoist flags. Is it enough to hoist flags in memory of these ex-servicemen while their tombstones lay desolate? This is a 50-plus-year-old cemetery you see behind me. BNG Sergeant Ajite Enagbehe, Bie Ewu Kwakraye, Dani Afa, Esain Kete, ni Ashonle, Amagbese. Keji Okwense, Obanake, when BNG Hekokra ni Emindane Le Ojogba. Look around. Does this look like a befitting burial ground for a hero? Imagine this place as a replica of the Kwame Nkrumah Mausoleum. This is a cash cow. Keji Wabanye ni what thing Sergeant Ajite Hewie Monyebiye. Ni wahani bi ene ape felt obeni Kwame Nkrumah mezelion me kashi. Interflache wagbele mi waha tourist na aba na bakwe. Ni wabi ni yo akuche na mi ka akuche koko mi aba na ba kase ni yeme ni wani wo na wo independence here. When eba fe ni papa wa ade nche. We refuse to honor our heroes. Ene he woni mene ho nke be se ba bia ene ni ma bi boganyo. Ani wa dwele wo me ni wa ye ma na mi ojogbalo. No fe no ko ni ko gama he ko gama enwe heje ya mehisaneni. Ni me ni sa ke wo ka megbe amashini ameka. Won gbe enwe ya mehi. 76 good years. We come back to the same place to see the filth and the disappointment. I report here who I wear his Sanjin Baba o. Oba chongo gonyo san konkroko hu. Niji the Speaker of Parliament, Neho, Niji Peter Ala Ajete. Len eka nekengbe no. Hey ni kwen wabanye ni woke woganya me agbe ni keji woche eke nyang baba gam ni. Game engme ifehe. La woyo manche men yela. Wolo men yela. Men onupai yela. Politicians ni gameji amene ni jela nem ni hu yela nem ni. Amecho oshigenti ne no da ke ho. Keji amehoe. Men jino ni ba amenchi ame. We are going to be exploiting all the places that we can bring back into the limelight and make money out of. Places we can celebrate to glorify the people that lay down their lives, sacrifice their futures, and their lives to make sure ake Ghana ke Ghana damoheko papa. Yamo say, and what hear me, ni wabi wo hiake, keji afan le yebi ene kra. Many jinona abanye akebiye afe. It's been 76 years. Let's exploit the place. Benoni esha yebi eji bu ni noko bemli. Ene komo boni bi ene yo. Keji saine ni asale ojogban ni attain. Wache he wiemoi awo gbogbo na he alo ese egbe na fe ni mompo boni ashonle ne ni ashonle amabie ni kanne papa ko hien bie na fe ni tafla che dwe ni agye ni adun grass papa ko ye bie ni sen mamo bie na ni me ba anye ameba na batashi ke koyo heli heponie EFL ni enyang gamenyele no wanye wakebie afelo keji ake abawo akanko hi enyang alo afeno ko hamoko e be won toke shi wodi nche wono woni ne esa amalo esa e wo maji acheme hunya asa lo lumwen bejen lo na bla ajete show neken yehianse ne wo ayakwa ake jeme kebie keji asa teno ni jiji nyanwu. Would you be surprised if I told you that the compensation for which this ex-serviceman marched to the castle has still not been paid? In 2021, the son of Sergeant Ajete had appealed to government for the payment of compensations to the people, the 3 ex-servicemen that lost their lives, without taking critical looks at their families, nor taking a look at where they lay. Ceremonies, as usual, takes place. I want to ask you another question. Ani Ole, any private or data lamte kanlo? What is happening to him also? It is a worry and sad that a country like Ghana cannot properly honor its heroes. Corporal Atipo is the third ex-serviceman that lost his life during this march. It is not enough to hoist flags, observe moments of silence, and desecrate their tombstones. Kwame Nkrumah is highly celebrated for a job that was actually done by the 3 ex-servicemen, sacrificing their lives for you and I to have our freedom. So I repeat, the independence of Ghana is meaningless unless we properly honor our heroes. It is about time we revisited this place, laid claim on a place that is so sacred to families. The family of Sergeant Ajete, the families of Private Odate Lamte, and Corporal Atipo. More can be done to celebrate them than the hoisting of flags. The compensations due them must be paid to their families. Behind me again is a cluster of school and a dump site. If we actually did celebrate and respected the people that laid down their lives for our independence like we celebrate Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, then I am sure the cluster of schools behind me is meaningless. I don't know who, why, and what went into the understanding sake school about bole heko ni taflache afuomenye. This is an old cemetery. Kebo for my mama yo. When ake heshika. Keji asabia ojogban. Ni taflache wache shika mo here amale ojogban. Kwe wabanye woke boy aba ni ameba kwe. Tamobeni waka me ya kasole mi. Ni wahane ame yakwo he ni ake slave se holo ni amenyo ame connector wabanye woke blofo melen ababie ameba kwe amenini na nuchu moye ekomi. Taflache meni here ame here tu ame here clanty akpata ame here keke. Mamuni woyo wasumoni wa maki ni bi keke. Should not put any here. We neglect them. La wadamo aye la magia cheme ye bi ojogban. Hena no me hu ye la mi ojogban. Aye men ye political party say me ni taflache gameji me na meje la manemi. Ni Sergeant Ajete call ameheko ojogban di enche. Heroes ni yo gami fe. Wong mama chakacha. Je wo hisane ko jame. Ni no he wo keji agba wo independence e hisane. Aka yo meni meje hihie. Shimeni gbena ojogban. Ache amegbe poten. Mene 28 February 2024. 76 good years. Ni wo cheme she amelashi. Ni nono adamo. Na ke hawo wo independence. Ani esa ake we celebrate them enough. Game ani esa ake wo bahani amegdei aka ojogban. Ani esa ake wo basa ameshita mo hey. Bona fe ni wo hu anyonyanko ajami ahawo. Keji ahia Kwame Nkrumah gba mi wake wo no shishi. She will know ni fata here ti wo mommy wo haten. Beeshe. Ake wo ba celebrate what hero say enough. No he woni na akoko atreku ke wo TV team e. Mene wo ke bo ba wo che na nina. Koni bode nche okwe. Boni wo hia le wo ha. Negbe wa na Odate Lamte no ye. sake wata wo cheme na abuya na keji amralo esa magia cheme nyesa ni jeme afe heko ni taflache wo banye ni wo ke chon manji ke gboife ake Ghana independence struggle wo damomin pain ni wo cheme hwe amelashi ke ha Ghana independent. Let us stop the one-sided celebrations. The hypocrisy of it is becoming too much. There is more to be done. If the death of the servicemen really did mean something to us, what is wreath laying and what is flag hoisting? It is ceremonial. But let us show the affection and appreciation in more tangible ways, reviving the graveyard and making meaning of their sacrifice. I charge the government now and the ones to come to look into the payment of their compensation. If they died in their struggle for their compensations, then they deserve to be paid their compensation. They have served and proven their loyalty to Ghana. It is time to honor them the right way. But before I leave you, Mabibo Sanene, Private Odate Lamte, Nagbaji Efunhe, Nagbaji Eshikamohe, ni aniwa wie esane ojogbanlo na kanu ma bi aka corporal atipo ani eshika mo he eye ojogban ni wo ba shonshon ameke mamoshi pe efe noko shi aka heni amekan wo ba fe leto me ni wo fe Kwame Nkrumah no eja ke Kwame Nkrumah chu shimoko me bagbe na amehale no ni satete e satete icho na ketwa atete hu aketwa atete. What is good for the goose is equally good for the gander. Let us do right by our servicemen. You have heard the story of the 28th Crossroad over and over and over again. The story of the way this place looks like has been told to you many times. You have seen the disgraceful sight, but have we taken any action? Do we even listen to the plight of the people? Let us do right by them. Shigame, bi ene hunji he konkro ni wo banye, ni wo sa, ni wo wono, kemashi, bona fe, ni egbele la ma na epomi, ojogban. Moni wie, moni ke, ake sa ake ama school we, ni emi mbi ake, ni enna, he ni cemetery eka, ni enna moten ni yo miye. Ame project ake, in few years to come, alo in the future, te ebatomo ahaten lo. Was it ever thought, ake, sake a preserve such a place for historical purpose and for posterity's sake lo? When enye kwa, go elaje, sukuchu ebolile, jay ebolile, jeme fe basa, afun lemone, she fun here said, I'm kukra bakono. Wake no. After Kwame Nkrumah mezion me, no wakwe. Ake shikaba wo fotru emilo. Ene mfon hanye. La me. Sajetie, ne jenche nyononi. No hiwo nyokwa. Nyekele ayale ojogba adieje. Ekoji Peter Allen ajete. Na fun leke magbehi. Waya kwe fefel. Shimon. Keji leng. Nye fele ojogban. Ni aba kwe na ba pe na ya kwe na ya kani amehisanjie. When ebahi. Ke the history of 48 riote ke kili ne aten lojogba ya monuments ko hiyense ni len ebu amahi fefewe kwe game bana ake independence for Ghana struggle le o fatahi le yemu Acho mi na KORKOI atreku. Gasaje ni femo no ne. Wakanye here historical sites. Hey, no we can revamp and make money out of. This is a place for Ghana Tourist Board ni ameba kwe. Ni amekwa gbandiano toyi na mba anyi na meto. Na eba ha ni biye. Eba da mo shojogba. Shimon flag na agbala. Kerif na kashi oshipon. Ehimone she he said na mo. Ifa. Nye jai.